back in 2005, the J-pop star Chami Hori released a cover album. Now, on the surface, it looked like a simple tribute, but one music reviewer is convinced they've cracked a kind of hidden code inside these songs, a secret message, really, from one idol to her biggest rivals. And we're going to unravel that whole musical mystery. I mean, it's a great question, isn't it? In the crazy competitive world of pop music, a move like this is, well, it's a big risk. Is it a challenge? Is it a sign of respect? Or is it something else entirely? Let's start putting the pieces of this puzzle together.
So here's the setup. Chami Hori, she was a huge star in the 1980s. And for this album she made in 2005, she decides to cover hits by the very artists she used to battle on the charts. We're talking big names like Kyoko Koizumi and Yoko Minano. The reviewer we're following here thinks this was not an act of competition. No, it was something way deeper. Okay, so to get to the bottom of why she did this, we've got to start with how she did it. The very first clue is in her unique approach to these really famous songs. She wasn't trying to outdo the originals. She was up to something much, much more interesting. The first big clue, according to this reviewer, is all in her voice. It's described as calm and polite. See, she wasn't trying to belt out these pop anthems to one-up anybody. Instead, she swaps out all that youthful energy for this mature reflection. And that one stylistic choice, it becomes the foundation for this entire theory.
And this is where the reviewer comes up with this fantastic term, idol love. That's what they call what they're hearing in this album. It's not just, I like the song. It's a deep, profound respect, a love for the songs and for the artists who made them famous. It's like taking something precious, handling it with extreme care, and then showing it to everyone in a totally new light.
So, idol love. It's a cool theory, right? But what does it actually sound like? Well, the proof, as the reviewer sees it, is woven right into the music itself. It's in the arrangements, and it's in the vocals of every single song. All right, let's start with her cover of Kyoko Koizumi's hit, Majo. The original is just pure, energetic pop. The reviewer calls the vocal performance full of gloss. Hori's version? It's a total transformation. She drops the key and sings with this hushed, almost whispered delivery. She takes an explosive pop song and makes it feel intimate and personal. It's a complete reimagining. And we see the exact same thing with her cover of Yui Asaka's Cecil. The original is your classic upbeat idol track, but Hori's version, it's much calmer. She actually changes the whole instrumentation to focus on this new guitar sound. It creates a totally different mood, and it shows the song's strength from a new, more reflective angle. This brings us to a really crucial insight from the reviewer. Maybe Hori was the only person who could have pulled this off. The argument is that you had to be a peer. You had to be an idol who had walked that same royal road to stardom to be able to reinterpret these songs with so much thought and care. This wasn't just about talent. It was about having a shared history. But, this album wasn't just about thoughtful reinterpretations. According to the reviewer, some of these song choices were, well, they were downright brave. I mean, bordering on audacious. It took a special kind of courage to even try them. The reviewer points to two covers in particular as just pure acts of bravery. The first is Yoko Minamino's Hanashike Kata Kata. But the second choice? That was the real bombshell. A song that many people considered totally untouchable, Naogo Kawai's Natsu no Heroine. I mean, covering these songs wasn't just risky. It was like trying to repaint a tiny corner of the Mona Lisa.
So yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What was it about these songs, especially that Naoko Kawai one, that made them so intimidating? It's one thing to cover a rival song. It's another thing entirely to try and tackle something that people consider sacred.
And the reviewer's answer is, well, it's almost shockingly simple. The original is too perfect. How do you cover a song that's already flawless? Any attempt risks just falling flat and looking silly. It's a high wire act with no safety net, where you either succeed or you fail. So to even try, the reviewer argues, is an act of incredible courage. Okay, so think about this. You've spent an entire album paying this loving tribute to your peers, your rivals. How do you end it? Well, Chami Hori ends it with a final, brilliant twist that just brings the whole thing full circle. she pays tribute to one more idol, herself.
The album's final track is this incredible medley of her own hit singles. And how many of her own classics does she choose to put in there? 6. 6 of her greatest hits, all re-recorded with that same mature perspective she brought to everyone else's music. She's putting herself right alongside the very peers she just spent an entire album honoring. This medley is basically a victory lap through her own career. You've got Shiokaze no Shoujo, Natsuiro no Diary, all the way to Io Ima Shinjite Tai. It's Hori's way of saying, I honor all these amazing artists, and I'm proud to stand among them. It's the perfect ending, a powerful reaffirmation of her own identity after celebrating everybody else's. So ultimately, when you put it all together, the reviewer sees this album working on 2 brilliant levels. First, it's a genuine act of idol love, a truly heartfelt tribute to the music of her generation. But it's also this incredibly confident statement about her own place in that history. In one single album, she manages to be both a fan and a legend. And that really just leaves us with one last thing to think about. By showing so much respect for the originals, while at the same time injecting her own mature artistry into them, Shiemi Hori created something totally new. It just makes you wonder, at what point does a tribute, a cover album, stop being just a cover and become a masterpiece in its own right?